morning, good morning. I still have a mess on my desk. It is cold here this morning. At least inside it is. The air conditioner's cranked down to Arctic temperatures. But anyhow, you know what? There's a little bit of... Okay. So far, so good. This could be problematic. Where's my journal? Where's my art sketchbook? Huh, I don't know. All right, I'm going to do something on a jelly plate. So, let's pull something out of here. The obvious would be this. This is less obvious and doable. But I don't know what I'm going to do. But my note to myself is going to be, my prompt for the journal part is going to be when. 1930. They started buying property in the 20s, started moving. When, what am I talking about? You have to watch yesterday's video because I explained it in depth about what I'm doing. The lake where I live, Lake Murray. And they started buying, it's a man-made lake, and they started buying the property in the 20s, moving people away from their farms, and then started moving dirt around. And because this is a lake, two lakes, this big Saluda and the little Saluda come in. And, I looked up Saluda. Saluda means creek with corn or something like that. In the Algonquin tribe that used to be here many years before, like, because we have Catawba Indians, we have Cherokee Indians in the state of North and South Carolina. Anyhow, so Saluda is an Indian word, and the Algonquins, and which I've always associated with like upstate New York, which I think they were here, then they migrated up to upstate New York, or I think that was before they were sent to reservations. Anyhow, so it was completed in 1930. At the time, it was the largest earthen dam in the world in 1930. And so 1930, that's kind of like completed in 1930 is kind of what I'm going to do. But what I'm going to do before that to make my art, okay, hold on. Let's see if we can focus on something. As far as an inspiration from my own self. Maybe look for a color combo. I like this one, this Hawaii. Maybe there's more choices in here. I still like that a lot. I love that, actually. Oh, I like this. Okay. This was a spice market. I still can't remember if this was from Michael Palin or my own trip around the world. Because I did a lot of like like me going on a trip that I really didn't go on. I don't think this was Around the World in 80 Days. That's when I did a couple things with marbling paper. Blue and yellow. And not mixing it up very much so that it turns green. I think this was because every single day we were getting Viking catalogs, Viking river cruises. And I just took a lot of these pictures are theirs. There's another marble paper. Always date your stuff, people. I never did. And I still have to remind myself to date stuff. Let me see if I can figure it out from the catalog. For a long time, see, this was paper I made using scraps, and then I put more scraps on top of it. I like that. It's like a travel theme. Oh, look at me. I don't think I drew these. I think I did that one, koala. Sometimes you get taken right by... Ooh, there's a good piece of paper. A Bali Batik. That's on a bucket list. For sure. But right now, you can't get in and out of our country easily. I'm afraid to leave our country. There's still stuff I want to put in here, it looks like. The Great Wall of China. Okay, 2017. At least that's where all the Viking cruise stuff came from. And I did save them. Oh, the earthquake in Myanmar is so sad. So sad. And I can't tell if Jose Naranja is in Thailand somewhere. Robin McClendon just got back from Thailand. I don't know if they felt it in Thailand. I definitely like looking at this for sure. It just gives me joy. Why do you make these? Just because it gives me joy. Oh, the train station. I had these stickers. I can't remember where I got those stickers from. Pick up 4 newspapers when you can find them. Especially if they have like a foreign script as well as a foreign language. Oh, see? I love a good grid. I like that actually. Okay. I think we can come up with, let's just, I'm breaking my rules. Let's just make some jelly plates and see what happens. I saw somebody doing this, and now I can't remember who it was. It was somebody I hadn't watched before. But I'm sure it's out there in multiple places. They took it at least an 8 by 11 size. And we'll start off with this. They laid scraps of paper down. The brighter the better, seemed. Just random stuff. You got to put them face down because everything comes from the other side. The underneath layer will be on top when you're done. Okay, we're just going to do this. Now, add some paint. Probably too much paint. Brayer. All right, and I'm going to use this that already has a little bit of something on it. But because of, I don't want this completely mixed. The paint kind of glues the paper down so it doesn't move. And I might even do a design in here. Just to add some more interest. So now I'm going to put this on here and let it sit for a minute. But you can do another one. You can almost see now what it's going to look like. Just kind of adds extra interest. There's a glare here. But it's all fun. It's all fun. It's another way to use up scraps slash have fun. Kind of want a variety of shapes and colors. Just to really mix things up. Ooh, this is a good one. This might be very tropical. That's okay. And the stickiness holds it down too, of the jelly plate itself. Actually, let's see what else is in here. Ooh, here's a good one. I'm just pilfering through this box that's next to me of small stuff. That never seems to ever shrink. Okay, let's do yellow. Just because I might split these two pieces of paper up, the blue and the yellow. paint kind of glues the paper. The paint glues the small pieces of paper down. A little bit. I'm just trying to use up this paint on here. And again, I'm going to kind of draw in here. And the blank spaces for more added comic relief. All right, now let's see if I can find a semi-empty, yeah, the back of this. Ooh, that was my stomach growling. I've already had a banana and an orange, a mandarin orange. Okay, let's give these a few minutes. I'm wondering if I can pull this off now. Ooh. Oh, this doesn't. How come this one didn't come with it? Okay, well, they're not sticking completely. She said they would be embedded. I might have to glue this one down. But even still, I mean, look at that. That's paper roll, and it's very thin. Okay, I'm going to let that dry completely, because I think I might use that. Super easy. Super juvenile. Super no control. All my favorite things about a jelly plate. On this one, has a lot of color going on, as well as paint and texture, but I don't think it has done its thing for long enough. So let's do our journal, which we're just going to put completed in 1930. The journaling aspect of this project is teeny tiny. The art is much bigger. Completed in 1930. I don't even need that big of a piece. An owl this morning was in the pine tree right down by the water. And I heard him. I'm like, oh, he's super close. And I opened the back door to go out to see. And he flew out of the tree right down by the water, right in front of me. He was very close. All right, let me put some of my jelly plates away before they get messed up. Any more than they already are. It would be fun to do it with teeny tiny pieces of paper. With this guy, which I might do later. All right, why aren't you fitting? There we go. I have like 5 craft projects going here at the same time. Oops. Anyhow, today is a day of non-inspiration. That's not true. That lady inspired me. I talked to my friend yesterday. She's got her plane tickets. Finally. She and I, it's so funny, the one that's coming to visit us during their spring break. Our personalities are much closer aligned than they used to be when we were kids. I've known her since we were both in like the 3rd grade. Our mothers were good friends in the PTA and all that together. Do they even have PTA still? I don't know. But she was athletic. I was definitely not. She was, I don't know if I would call it smarter. She tried harder than I did. I think I'm a genius, but I didn't try hard. She tried very hard. We had another friend, who was a genius. She's now some kind of like research scientist doctor. And I think she paid her way through medical school as a research scientist. And now she's a family practice doctor in Santa Cruz. But anyhow, we were always competing with this girl that turned out to be a doctor, which we knew she would be something like that. Even when she was a kid. I mean, it all fell in her head. She was the one that got us all into Sherlock Holmes. Nerd. The 60s and 70s to grow up in. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now, she did say, this technique, it's easier to peel off your jelly plate than it is the paper. Which, to me, I don't understand that theory, but she might have something here because it does seem to be going better. Oh, I love this one. See, these are things that I could not replicate with paint on a jelly plate, or probably anywhere. I mean, I could, but to have your scraps in there, now this one hardly shows up because it melts. But I love these. I love these. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. I guess I better glue this down. But boy, oh boy, that gives me an idea too. This, put stuff on here as masks. And then, like, that was a mountainside, right? Right. Now, one of these was loose, this guy. And it might have something to do with, because this is a magazine page or glossy paint. Actually, I think it's glossy paint. But all of these are scraps embedded now on that jelly plate. And they need to dry. This one has dried more already. That needs to dry a little bit. So, let's see what we're working with here. I might not have... the color inspiration from one journal, blue and yellow, helped. That's my taking cues from myself. But see, I have black paper and white paper. We can't have that. Ooh, Oreos. Do I leave some of this? I don't know. But I love that. Love that. I'm going to put my water right here. Let's write some notes to myself. A lot of times I don't do the covers till the very end because I need to have the whole project speaking to me. Pen. Title. My water. Lake Murray. Okay, and, oops, wait a minute. I might actually do this. And, I used up a Post-it pad. All right. That doesn't happen a lot. Reason why. Volume 2, C, pieces. Oh, my stomach's growling. If you can hear that, I apologize. I don't know why it's still growling. Inspiration from past projects. From my books. Been doing a lot of inspiration from other people's books. Now I'm doing it from my own. Okay. And this will be like the date. In fact, no, I need blue paper. Because it's C. I might actually print the title art that I made on Procreate and put that on here. I'm going to do that. So I need another Post-it. Anyway. Carole King, 1971. Oh, this one's almost gone too. I'm going to put title art, YouTube title, whatever you call those things. April 2025. And then the title, the reason why, boom, where. I might have an index at the very end. Anyhow, okay. So maybe I need to keep a running piece of paper back in the back. And then when I'm finished, because this might have 2 volumes in it. 1, like Murray. Where? 2, when? Okay. That's going to go back here. An index. What do you call this? An index in the back, I think. All right. Let's see if this is dry enough. Well, it's still kind of damp. Let me dry this real quick with my heat gun. All right, it's pretty dry. Pretty dry. Okay. Just had a light go out. Also, we've had set design issues. Okay, so now it's dry enough I can work with it a little bit better. Could I have just glued these on top of a jelly plate print? A jelly pull plate piece of paper? Of course. Was it more fun to do it this way? Of course. Is it sticking completely? Not really. She said they were kind of like embedded. Now, she might have used different paint. She may have to go back and glue them herself also. But even still, they're still fun. And that's the number one goal, is fun. So now, how am I going to do this? I don't know. What do I want to do? The obvious thing would be blue because of the water. And these are bubbles in the water. Right, right. See, this is why I need prompts. Because nothing comes to me without some suggestions. I'm thinking. Do I cut circles? Do I cut stacks? Do I put this one down whole and put this one in circles on top? Maybe. Let's try that. We're gonna cut it. Let's see what happens. And I think I'm gonna cut the border, the white border off. This I can throw away. I'm okay with throwing that away. But now I need to, I'm going to try to keep the fold as pristine as possible. Okay, hold on a second. difficulties here. God, it's not straight. That one came off because this very tiny little edge. But I'm okay with that because it has actually a mask effect. And we'll just trim off the edge there. Now, do I want these to go back together? Oh, they didn't start out that way, actually. I think I want this because this has a different variety of color. Okay, there's a little bit of white and a little bit of black showing. Okay with that. Now, if I cut out circles, maybe cut out circles to match these shapes, sort of, so that they are still visible. Can always make another piece of paper. Do I consider this waste? No, because I'll use it for something else. Might even like something like that. Why, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I like that. Now, little one right there. I'm going to overlap some stuff. Sometimes I forget to do that. Actually, I really like that. And I think I'm going to kind of do that one off because then you can see almost the entire circle. That cream is really bothering me though. Here we go. One of the circles that I drew on the jelly plate is part of it is showing on this. So maybe we kind of do something like that. We have a bubble on a bubble. This might be out there. I'm not sure, but it was fun regardless. I reacted to the paper. I like that. That's a good practice. I reacted to stuff that I did. I'm okay with it. I'm going to go for it. It's different. Believe it or not, it is different. It's causing some apoplexy in the best sort of way, which is good sometimes. You got to shake it up. I think. This is me shaking stuff up. Sometimes the best things are the unexpected. And I don't know if this is completely unexpected, but I don't hate it. I think I'm trying to convince myself that it's okay to do this. Is it different? I think so. It feels different. Feels different. The dog is barking at the neighbor, taking his trash can up the hill. This morning, I've been making my husband, if you are in the United States, I don't know if they have in other places, but they have these pre-bought things you can get that are pre-packaged ham. There's different flavors. They're basically ingredients you can mix with an egg and have like an omelet in a cup or a bowl. And sometimes they're hard to find. My husband likes them. But I'm like, I'm going to make you some of those because they're adding chemicals in here. And who knows how old this ham is they're using and blah, blah, blah. So I started making him little kits. And all he has to do is open the little kit and add an egg when we can find them. We haven't had problems finding eggs. They're definitely less than there used to be. But $6.99 for a dozen is crazy. But we can still find them. And he does like an egg. And it's a good source of protein. Oh, I really like that. It's very colorful. And it is water, right? But then he's been cooking them in the microwave for like a minute or whatever. But he's been cooking them in this one coffee mug that is kind of deep. But it's like a really hard plastic, and he must have had this coffee mug. He's had this mug before we were married, and we've been married for 30 years. And he used to have a whole bunch, and now he only has one. And he loves that thing. Don't ask me why, but he does. And the dog is used to licking his bowl or whatever, plate, even avocado. Sometimes the dog will lick avocado, which my husband puts a lot of stuff in his avocado. He makes this concoction. And the dog was trying to lick the cup. Well, his face only fits so far in, but there's a whole ring of like petrified egg on the side. And if you cook eggs in something in the microwave, it could be used on a space shuttle for glue because it is hard rock hard. Okay, should I add a little black outline? I don't think so. I like it just like this. It's kind of pristine. It's an undiscovered coral reef at the bottom of Lake Murray. Right? Right. But anyhow, try taking that cup away from the dog this morning. We had to bribe him with another treat to get the cup. He was starting to try to bite the handle of the cup and break it so he could get down inside. Like he's going to break his teeth and or hurt himself on a jagged piece of plastic. So we had to go get a treat, which he knows if you have a Ziploc bag and you unzip it, those could be his treat bags. So he runs over to the kitchen, follows me. I bribe him. My husband grabs the cup. This is a dog. The things we have to do for this dog. I really like it. Could I have done this in so many different ways? Yes. Was it necessary to use a jelly plate? No. Was it fun? Yes. Check, check, check. I do think I'm going to do this. But I don't think I'm going to add anything else. I would buy this fabric. This is my this is my fabric collection. It's called Lake Murray. I would send this to Spoonflower, but the only thing is Spoonflower owns it from then on. But I love this. I guess that's all that matters. That is okay. Help me, somebody. What about this? And what about this? Float my boat so much. No pun intended on the boat thing. This is bright. This is natural. There's no circles sort of here. This doesn't blend as well as this does. I think the wackadoodleness of it all. I love the wackadoodleness of it all. That is a verb, an adjective, an adjective. This is chaos organized in circles. This is chaos organized into right angles. That's probably what I like. If I were to take this to a psychiatrist, they would go, okay, first of all, commit her. Second of all, she's spinning her wheels. And is she right in the head? I don't think so. Self-diagnosed. Never mind. I don't need any of your opinions. Self-diagnosed. A tiny bit of wackadoodle is good in everybody. Tiny bit of wackadoodle is good for everybody's soul. Oh God, I just moved the camera, I think. Okay. Don't give the wackadoodle a camera, apparently. I love it. It's so interesting, though. It's so different. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Come back tomorrow. See what we get up to. Bye. Thanks for watching.